So yeah, we just landed. I just wanted to hop on and say hi to you guys. Since you won't see me for the rest of the show, so hey, it's a good thing. 'Cause it is 80 degrees here in Honolulu, where we just landed. So yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy my vacation, and I don't have to listen to Andy complain about anything the whole time now. For a whole week, I don't have to listen to it, so it's pretty good. That's a vacation in a vacation itself, right there.
Yo, tits up, Shades here. You know you can interact with Back Talk. You can email us at backtalkus@gmail.com. Hit us up on Facebook. The official page is Back Talk. And the fan group is The Backpack Fan Page. Also tweet at us at Back Talk. Now enjoy the show.
And now, get ready for some idiots talking about shit. Here is Justin, Tony, Destin, Andy. It's Back Talk.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Back Talk. Andy here with Justin and Dustin, of course. If you're watching, things maybe seem a little different. But we'll kick it off anyway, the way we always do. And nuts up to everybody. You can see the stupid ass bruises starting to fade.
Yeah, you sound better, talking wise.
Yeah, I can talk now. I can open my mouth.
Not as cheery, I might say, but you can talk.
Right.
No, I ain't got it in me. We'll get into that in a minute.
No.
Dustin, what's up with you, buddy?
Not much. Raced Daytona 24 this weekend with a few guys. Had some fun with that. Took 11th out of our split, so that made that fun. It was a long 24 hours, but we made it through it. Other than that, sun shining here in Minnesota. Can't complain. So working every day like usual, but other than that, it's about the same. Gearing up for racing season, selling sponsorships and stuff, so that's always fun. But yeah, not much else going on. I mean, excited for Raw 30 tonight. I know that we'll touch on that a little bit later. But in the Royal Rumble this weekend, can't wait for that either. But not much else coming up this week. Just kind of the normal life. Play video games and chill out and work.
Well, that sounds fun. Yeah, Raw 30 tonight. That'll be a fun show. And the Rumble coming up, so I'm sure we'll have some stuff to talk about next week on that for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Anybody who's got predictions for Royal Rumble, let us know.
Right.
Now, Raw 30, that means it's 30th anniversary?
The 30th anniversary of Raw.
Yeah, well, I don't know
30
why you're
years ago.
sitting in your, and I don't know why you're
Yeah.
sitting in your basement when it's the biggest show, probably the biggest Raw in the last while, and you're sitting in your basement and it's in your backyard.
It's in your backyard right now.
Really? I saw him setting something up. I thought it was just squirrels.
Oh, you're having
So
the Squirrel Royal Rumble, huh?
You're saying it's in Philly?
It is in Philly.
Wow, I didn't even know. That's why I'm sitting in my basement, because I had no idea.
I'm guessing tickets aren't cheap.
We got other things going on in Philly, if you guys aren't paying attention. It's called The Birds. What's going on? You guys watch that game?
I mean, we watched it.
I fell asleep during it because it was so boring.
Yeah, it was boring. They did so well for so long, and it was just boring.
You guys got the Niners coming up this weekend. I'm putting my money on the Niners.
Yeah,
They played Dallas
Brother,
tough for sure. The Niners did, and we'll get into. I want to get into football here in a minute. But yeah, the Eagles took down the Giants pretty handedly, which I think everybody expected that to begin with. So it wasn't like I'm not having a party over here for the Eagles.
Oh, you can't celebrate it because they expected to dominate. I got it. I see the hate for the Eagles. I see it.
Well, there's just hate.
They
for the
already
Eagles.
beat the team pretty
I don't give a
handedly
shit.
twice this year.
Unless they're playing the Cowboys, I'm not rooting for the Eagles.
Ah, well, I wish they did. I wish they did, because I'd like to
You're
see
s-
a root for the Eagles. That's fun.
No, die Eagle, die.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if
I
somehow
remember
when
that-
they play
that
the
clever
Cowboys,
parody.
if it could end in a tie and like all 22 starters get injured for the year, like that'd be all right.
Yeah.
You got 2 chances of that every year.
I'm not even a real fan anyway. I had Jalen Hurts for fantasy, so I'm just gonna keep watching until the season's over.
Yeah, well, no, you're an actual
excited.
fan of football now.
You're an actual fan of football now. You'll watch all the way out. You're going to watch the flag football game for the Pro Bowl, and then you're going to go watch Super Bowl after that weekend.
I don't even know what I know you guys were shitting on the Pro Bowl. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
or
we'll
what
talk
it's
about that
for.
later too.
The weakest football game you ever watched in your entire life.
They're actually doing flag football this year.
Are they? Because it's
Yeah.
been flag football for years.
Well, no, they never had actual flags. They're going to have actual flags, from what I'm understanding, this year.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's
And
it's
Eli,
everybody.
those coaches.
It's so Justin. It's the All-Star game for the NFL, just like every league has its All-Star game, except the only teams that don't have representation in the Pro Bowl are the 2 Super Bowl teams.
Because they do it right before the Super Bowl. They used to do it at the week
all
after.
those players, I mean, they're not tackling anybody or doing anything because nobody wants to get hurt. Like the defensive line isn't rushing the quarterback. Like you basically stand up into a blocking stance and pretend like you're rushing. Like it's stupid.
The last time I actually
I want
watched
to put a
the Pro
dress
Bowl-
and a red shirt on the quarterback. Like
The last time I watched the Pro Bowl was when Kobe Bryant died, and then every time I watch Pro Bowl because I think I'm going to get bad news every time I watch it.
Oh, he
That's
died
how I
on Pro
found
Bowl
out.
day.
They died they announced it at the game on televised
yeah, so
when Kobe died.
Yeah, in a helicopter. That's why I say don't get in a helicopter. Remember, I was telling Tony, don't get in a helicopter in Hawaii. You know,
Speaking of,
that's like
of course,
the last chapter of your life.
he's not here because he's in Hawaii getting married. He did stop in earlier, and you guys saw that little cameo at the opening of our show. But yeah, go fall in a volcano, Tony.
He didn't get laid though yet. I mean, I don't understand that. You don't get laid in Hawaii anymore when you get there. I guess.
Maybe
that's what he said.
maybe they ran out of lays by the time he got there.
Or maybe just nobody wanted to lay Tony.
Yeah,
maybe they sensed the Peyronie's disease.
Well, you remember he wasn't
I went
allowed
to
to
like ah.
he was like not allowed to do boobies because he was getting married, right? Like
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe-
he's not allowed to get laid in Hawaii either.
Maybe like there was a lay coming towards him, and she stepped up and like batted it away.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What else you got going on, Justin? Anything?
Oh, no, nothing. Got my gigs. Might be in Gloucester sometime this week. Catch me there Thursday. If you're in the area of South Jersey, then come play at my open mic. That's about it. Good to see your face is looking better. Wanted to add that.
Yeah, it's still there.
And,
I mean, it's
not
shrinking.
Not as cool as it usually does in this area, but your face is looking better. You know.
Yeah, I'm shadeless for those that are listening. We are shadeless. A little incident over the weekend.
You can hear it in his voice. He's just not himself right now.
Yeah, look at that shit.
So these are the shades. Here they are. There's 3 pieces to them now. Should we roll the beautiful bean footage?
Beautiful bean
Roll
footage.
that beautiful bean footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, let me know when you have that available to you.
We are
Now,
up
do you
and
want
running.
us to just take this in silently, or you want me to, you know?
I don't. Listen, I don't give a shit this week. I'm just.
No.
Whatever you want
See
to
you
do.
in the ring.
No
Wait,
fucks given this week.
Yeah.
you're outside the ring. You're outside the ropes of the ring.
He's getting in, I think.
Well, let's
We're up
have
in
it.
the-
Let's have a look. See, you guys can talk through it if you'd like. You might talk through it anyway for people that are listening.
Yeah.
You're the play-by-play, Jess.
Okay, Andy is getting in the ring. Who's that?
That's Anthony Bettoncourt. He's the owner of Supreme Wrestling.
Okay. So Anthony's getting a mic for
What do you
Andy.
have to say? I've got the opening. What do you have to say?
Can't hear you back
Let me
here.
talk to the podcast.
Can't hear you back
Let me
here.
talk to the
There
podcast.
you go. There you go.
You've been served all this. You've been served.
You started it. You deserved it.
Oh.
You started it. You deserved it. You started it.
Oh my God, Andy just served him.
Just like started it. Just like 50 witnesses. What's it say? We won't win. What's it say? We won't win.
Everybody's saying Andy started it, and they're all witnesses to it.
Anthony Draven about lawsuit. Dear Anthony Bettoncourt, Eric Draven, and numerous.
Oh, okay, so he just served him papers to sue. And here comes Eric Draven.
Plaintiff.
He's outside the ring right now. He's got his belt, of course. Alright, Draven's getting in the ring now. Somebody else. Who's with him, Andy?
Tony, I see you were nervous as soon as it come out there. Tony, I see you were nervous as soon as it come out there because I know you're thinking it's probably a company with some sort of legal document. Order of protection. It's probably a company with some sort of. What I know about order of protection is that. But what I know about an order of protection is that, and if this man shows that my place of employment, and if this man shows that order of protection, my place of employment, right? Then the order of protection. I mean, your lawsuit might be valid. I mean, but the way your lawsuit might be valid, but the way I remember it is you show our main event in my place. Not me ruining. You ruin our main event. Not me ruining your little talk show from Seymour, your own home that you own. You came to the Seymour main event. And you kicked me
It's not a pod
off
show.
the main event. I'm sure that we can have this long. So I'm sure that we can have this long out. We can have this long drawn out. You see what you've done right now, tough guy. Is you have. You see what you've done right now. Is you have got up around the ring. You got up out of your seat. You walked around the ring. You walked up to a wrestling ring. And then when you stepped into a wrestling ring. And then when you stepped in here, you were standing in here wrestling. But normally when someone steps into a wrestling ring, the next standing face to face is a wrestler. The next standing face to face in a wrestling ring and you look a little out with the wrestler in a wrestling ring and you look a little out of shape. I would tell you that I can see the fear in your eyes. I would tell you that I can see the fear in your eyes. But I think those sunglasses are there to cover it. You say those sunglasses are there to make you fear.
What? Shaking like a leaf.
Those shades are who you are. Those shades are who you are. Those shades are who you are. Do something about it.
What?
Do something about it. I'm right here. It's not like do something about it. I know you got the courage. I'm ready this time. It's not like Seymour. I know you got the courage. Come on. Do something. Do it. Come on. I'm right here. Come on. Right there. Do it. Come on, coward. Do it.
Wow. I was gonna commentate, but I guess I realized I was flabbergasted.
There you go.
Wow.
So there it is.
I assume nothing happened after the video. You got out of the ring and did you go home?
Yeah, we left.
I guess you served. Yeah, you served, and then he got in your face. That was probably be served again for that. What he did there, you were like bullied. You know.
Yeah, he's trying to ruin us.
That's his domain. I mean, I put myself in your shoes there, and I was like, what would I do? I had this whole flight or flight thing.
Right. So who was the minion with him?
Yeah, who was the guy with the fucking stick?
The kendo stick.
Just call him the guy with the stick.
The guy with the stick.
Donatello. Should have worn a Ninja Turtle shirt. Who was Donatello?
It was
Comes in with
his
a bow
crow.
staff.
It was his crow. It was his eyes everywhere.
Comes in with a piece of bamboo he found outside on his way in.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna knock the glasses off your face because you showed the glasses before that clip. I knew something happened to him.
Right.
Well, you all know. I mean, everybody knows. You know, the shades are my persona. The shades are you know, you put the shades on and you become a different person. You become the one that, you know, that everybody's watching every week and listening to every week. And, you know, without that, you know, the comfort zone and the whatever, it's just not there.
Yeah, did you hear them say your glasses were from Walmart?
No, somebody said that, but whatever.
Dude, it was funny. I was like listening to the crowd because I was like nervous about everything else, and like seems like you got like, you know, some people are talking shit, but other people are on your side. I mean, did you feel that when you were there?
I just heard them talking shit, but they're
Yeah,
not.
I heard him saying some good
There ain't
stuff.
a damn. Listen. Let me shoot for a second, okay? There ain't a damn person that sits in that crowd in Madison, Indiana, that has the balls to step in that wrestling ring. At least I got the balls or the nuts. I nut up.
Mm-hmm.
And got step foot in the ring, but that was my opportunity to see Anthony. Okay, he's the owner of Supreme.
Yeah.
He always does an opening, tells you what's going on, and that was my opportunity to serve him the papers. It was the only opportunity I had. It was a choice, and then, you know, whatever.
And then Draven just came out and got in your face and
Yeah,
you know, did all the same shit.
You know, and let me shoot on him for a second too, because like, listen, this big thing is, oh, you know, getting in my face and telling me we're not in the comfort of my home, behind a mic, whatever. That's his zone. Fine, whatever. He ain't got the balls to get it, even sit at his home, get behind a mic, and show up on this show and try and battle us on the mic. That's
Right.
an open invitation to Eric Draven. You want to show up on our show from the comfort of your home and living room and battle us on this mic and get this shit worked out? You ain't got it in you. You can't take the three of us on the mic. We'll give you Tony.
You don't talk anyway.
This is my domain. He won't have the balls to step here.
No. Well, he shouldn't.
Yeah, at least you got the nuts to go there and deal with what you're dealing with.
No, I mean, I'll handle. You know, of course, when I went in there, I put the shades on because it gives me that confidence boost and it swells my cojones. But so he's trying to take that away. He's trying to take away our personality. He's trying to take, you know, week before it kicks me in my face, can't talk. Now he takes my personality from me. So we'll see. We'll have to take something from him eventually.
Well, like you said, it's an open invitation here to come try to battle us on the mics, and that's a battle he'll definitely lose.
I don't know if you heard that people yelling. They couldn't hear me, whatever. Like, listen here. I'm just talking regular.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody can hear me just fine, right? You got to scream into his damn mic. So I don't know what Anthony Bettoncourt's went and bought his Walmart mic for these wrestlers to talk into, but
Yeah, we can. I mean, I'm sure the three of us have definitely been in the have experience with sound. So definitely sounds like they could, Second of all, you don't even have to confront that. Like, you're not there to talk on the mic and be a hype man. You're there to serve him papers, And then for them to say, I can't hear you, well, this wasn't for you to hear. I just wanted to serve him, and now you're bullying me into a corner.
yeah.
What kind of shit is that? Like I said, I had that fight or flight moment for you.
But,
Right.
So let's put this into perspective, because just because I don't have the shades don't mean I ain't mad. He fucking couldn't even come to the ring by himself.
He had to bring Donatello. Yeah.
Couldn't come by himself. He had to bring another person with him to confront me, a non-wrestler, in a wrestling ring, which is his domain. How strong is he to be able to, protect his domain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's speechless.
I'm gonna walk
Yeah.
out of the ring every time you bring two men on me. Now, if he would have just sat there by
Yeah.
himself and said, "Go ahead, kick me in the nuts again,"
Yeah, I think any of us that have watched wrestling or any type of fighting movie or something like that, 2-on-1 never ends good with the one, unless you're Bruce Lee.
yeah, I know. And on top of it, I'm not a wrestler, and
Right.
like I've always said, he's a 30-year wrestling veteran who should be able to handle himself with a fan a little bit better than he is.
Right.
But yeah, like for me to get in the ring with a wrestler, like where that's kind of stupid.
Right, you got in a ring with the owner because he was in there. That was the only time to get him. So, you got in the ring, but you weren't in the ring with the wrestler. I think I wouldn't put it past him to think that he sort of was hoping you got in the ring so that he could... like I said, you heard the crowd. They were like, you started it. Not all of them were agreeing with Draven, but the ones that did, they were saying, you started it. We're all there. We were witnesses. But we're witnesses too. And it's like Dustin said last week. It's like,
to those people of Madison, Indiana, which their intelligence is way low. Okay, and we deal with Tony on a weekly basis, so we understand this. To say
must be all those Higley burgers.
The way I started it was I run a podcast. I talked.
Yeah.
The person to start any type of physical aggression was Eric Draven when he poked me in the forehead.
Yep.
True story right there.
We all saw it.
So I know these people from Madison think I started it, but their intelligence level isn't high enough to figure out that, I was not the physical aggressor in this. So now we have, kick me in the face and screw up my face last week, couldn't talk, couldn't do the podcast. Now he breaks my personal property.
Yeah, now you're not even spirited. Took that away. It's like Dustin said last week. That's hitting our doorstep now, collectively. I look forward to this, and I look forward to Andy being Andy Shades.
Well, we'll We'll eventually get new ones, and we'll move on. And when we do, we'll become bigger, better, and stronger. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna lie down. We're not gonna lie down to Eric Draven.
Oh.
That's not gonna happen. But you're gonna take.
And they're not Walmart shades.
And continuously try. And
this
take
is
Walmart.
Walmart.
From me, Draven. Draven wants to continuously take something from me.
Yeah.
There's gonna come a time and a place, and you'll never know when it's coming, but we'll get you back. And you have an open invitation. You can show up on this podcast and even try to hang on the mic with us. From the comfort of your living room.
Right. Or you can go to that, you can go to a pod shed if you want.
Yeah, he can go to the pod shed if he really wants to go there.
Go to the pod shed. Whatever.
They got the setup there, I guess, for 2 people to be in there, I mean.
No more than 2, though.
No more than 2 in the pod shed, for damn sure.
You figure they should at least make their pod shed as big as a wrestling ring, because that way they know they could fit more than 2 people in there.
Yeah.
It's a shame Tony's not here. We could have asked him if Home Depot sells pod sheds.
Yeah, maybe we get.
So he can go buy one for.
That's probably the starter kit for it.
Yeah, and then maybe
you see the sheds outside.
Maybe he can get Draven a discount on a pod shed and let him, that way he can be in his own comfy pod shed and come on our podcast.
Well, Tony wants to get in that pod shed with him and eat some Hinkley burgers.
Yeah.
And high five till their hands are chafed.
Yeah. So I don't know what's next. I know.
I'm speechless, man.
And we'll move on and whatever. But for the time being, I don't know.
It's Andy No Shades.
I don't have any shades to even put on. That when I put them on, like shit goes to my head. Now I know what to do. I don't even know what to do right now. We'll get it figured out.
The time will tell.
We have an email that touched on Draven a little bit, so I'll.
Oh, good. Wait, did you say we have an email that touched Draven? Is that a Tony email?
Did it come from Tony?
No, it wasn't a Tony email. I mean, if the person touched Draven,
touching Draven, I figured.
I'm going to assume that somebody would be upset about it, but we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just opened my email box and got a new email.
Uh-oh.
Did Tony email you?
No.
Is Tony asking for Draven's number?
It is from Shady Rays.
Shady Rays.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Everybody knows what Shady Rays are. I mean, those are the best sunglasses out there. Good news. We saw your video. On behalf of Shady Rays, we have your back when it comes to Eric Draven. Please send us your address and we will send you a complimentary pair of the newest and coolest pair of shades from Shady Rays.
Well, there we go.
How nice.
Powers will be.
Mm-hmm.
The coolest pair too is what they said.
Hell
the coolest.
yeah.
Andy, you got a big smile on your
Gonna
face.
make them double cooler when you put them on inside.
We just got a hook up.
Oh boy!
I don't even think Draven knows what he invented just now. Look at that.
No. The coolest and baddest
Draven
pair
closes
of
the
shades?
door, he opens a window.
Gonna make the coolest and baddest man on the planet.
Can't wait to see these.
I don't want to know what Andy turns into when he puts these on. we've seen him mad a lot and upset. I don't want to know what the baddest man on the baddest shades on the planet are going to do to him.
I think I'm gonna have to get a pair just to level the playing field.
Yeah, we might need him on when he puts them on just so we don't get killed by looking at him.
Let's hope they get here by next week.
Yeah.
Well, that's so cool of Shady Rays. I'm definitely gonna. I'll buy some shades. I won't wear them on the show.
Well, me and Justin will pitch in for overnight shipping.
Yeah. No, I'll get some shades. I won't wear them on the show. I mean, because that's Andy's thing. But you know, I definitely like Shady Rays a lot now because you know,
yeah, it's awesome.
Patronize them. So.
They're looking out for our brother on the podcast here.
Yeah.
Tony don't get any. Tony don't get any Shady Rays.
Nah, fuck Tony.
Yeah, right. Tony's looking for a long piece of bamboo now.
Maybe that was fucking Tony in the ring.
It could have been.
Yeah, well, he was masked, right?
He was face painted. He had a goatee, braided up. Had a hood on. I don't know if he had hair.
Wasn't blue paint though, so maybe not.
Yeah, it wasn't blue paint, so maybe not.
No.
Well, he got older though since he was a Smurf, so maybe Smurfs turn white paint, white face.
Anyway,
That's
maybe
cool.
that's not
Shady Rays,
paint.
so.
Maybe that's just what happens when you live in Madison.
thank you, Shady Rays, and I will. I'm going to connect with them and see if we can't maybe get a discount for the rest of our listeners. That'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Sponsorship.
Even if not, I mean, they're looking out for our like I said earlier, our brother in arms out here that you know lost a pair of sunglasses, and now they want to give him a pair, give him the baddest and coolest pair out that they have. And honestly, I can't wait to see him. I mean, I'm pumped for this. You know, it's an excitement factor.
Pretty badass.
Hey, I'm gonna get me a
Excited.
pair.
I got a little bit of excitement back. Anyway.
Yeah.
Next email, because that one just came in, actually. Andy, I hope your face is healing well and you are able to talk better this week. Yes, I am. Can't believe Draven did that to you. Well, 30-year pro should be able to handle a fan a little bit better, like we said. But you saying he has a small pee-pee, Dustin?
Just a little bit,
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oof, he went there.
So best cock, if you remember, we showed our cocks last week. Best cock, money guns. Money guns.
One, there was two of them.
Yeah, which cock?
Which cock was the best?
Maybe
They're actually in the back
maybe
there.
it's this fact that this emailer enjoys the fact that you have two cocks.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe
Double penny.
There has to be it.
Little double penny.
Little double penny. Not Peroni, penny.
I know you touched on WWE for a little bit. I don't think Vince ever left. And was there behind the scenes. Maybe he's selling the company to pay off the lawsuits he has with those women. And that's that's always been a topic since Vince left, whether he was still involved or not.
Yeah, I think we kind of touched on that a little bit.
But the product definitely went in a different direction creatively.
But I think any WWE fan out there, over the last been 6 months, have enjoyed what Triple H has done. Bringing back some of these guys and doing this and better storylines. It seems like I know I'm more excited to watch it. More as a fan. Before I was like, I'll just catch the little snippets they put on Facebook, catch up on what happened on the storylines. But now it's like, what's going to happen next? I mean, I don't think without the things that happened with Vince, I don't think the Bray Wyatt, the White Rabbit would have happened. We got talking about that a lot. I mean, there's been a lot of excitement. I mean, Royal Rumble coming up this weekend. I mean,
I would tell you,
who knows what kind of what kind of surprise entrances we'll see.
Even with like take the White Rabbit out of it, there has been a lot more, I guess, stories, things changing, whatever, via social media than has ever happened before.
Right.
When they announced what was going to happen with the Bloodline for Raw 30, it was social media that dropped it. With the tribunal for Sami Zayn tonight.
Yep.
What programming was saying was it was a acknowledge me ceremony for Roman Reigns. But then that got changed, and it got changed via social media. So their direction of reaching out to the fan base via social media better has definitely changed with Triple H in control.
Well, I think they put out like teasers in it, and then like some of the stuff isn't real, some of it's fake. You know, like to get you to show up, and then it's totally something different. You know, like months ago or like last year at this time, we could actually like get the full list of who was participating in the Royal Rumble. I don't think we can get that right now. You know, they're teasing everybody. Like, I was kind of shocked that they announced that Cody Rhodes would be returning at the Royal Rumble. I figured that would be one of the surprises, but I think everybody knows it. So why not let it out?
So let me ask you this. We know people return. You get old veterans that return for the Rumble. And the pop, or people show up for the first time, whatever. The pop is always insane when they show up for the Rumble. Right. So, announcing that Cody was returning for the Rumble, before the Rumble, does that change the pop he's going to get?
I don't think so. I think he's still going to get the pop. I mean, I don't know Cody personally. I'd love to meet him. Cody, if you ever listen to this, I'd love to meet you. Big fan of yours. But I feel like, you know, I feel like this is like kind of like their like social media stuff, like letting us out. Like, oh, Cody's returning. It's not as big, but he'll still get the pop. But what are they not telling us? What's going to happen? You know, what other pop could there be? You know, what other superstar could be returning? You know, there's the rumors of Randy Orton. I know he had his back surgery, but you never know what's going to happen there. You know, Royal Rumble really isn't that bad for something like that for him to return. John Cena did it coming back from his injury years ago at Madison Square Garden, where, you know, he took a couple bumps, but he wasn't going to get hurt anymore. Came in at number 30. I mean, I think it's going to be exciting. I'm glad Cody's coming back. I'm glad his recovery has been awesome. I mean, seeing him at Hell in the Cell last year was crazy to see that pectoral muscle tear. I mean, that's just nuts. Nothing like your face, Andy, I guess, but I mean, it's kind of the same color. But that was just horrific to see, and that's the last time a fan saw him in a ring. And now we're gonna, we know he's coming. We don't know what number he's gonna come in at. You know, the music's gonna hit, and I think the people. I think it's in Houston this year, ain't it? Royal Rumble, sound right? I don't know where it's at, but I think the people there are going to give him the respect he needs. I mean, knowing Cody, he had his pop at WrestleMania last year. The fans went crazy.
So you get the pop for the guy you like to begin with. I guess what I'm asking is, you get the pop for the guy you like anyway. Knowing he's going to be there, he's going to get a pop. If you did not know he was going to be there and returning, you then get the pop that blows the roof off the place.
Right. And that's why I think they announced him because there's something bigger coming besides Cody. I honestly do. That's just my opinion.
Jake and Logan Paul.
Well, one of them I think will be in it for sure. But
I saw a picture of the two of them standing in a fucking wrestling ring.
Yeah.
With one of them holding a WWE Championship belt.
If I was there, I would pop for them. But
I'd go to the fucking bathroom and buy some popcorn.
Yeah, throw at them.
Listen, they've worked their ass off, and they could and they could do something in the ring. But what did they earn?
So
that's my
would you?
point.
Would you rather have them announce Jake and Logan Paul in the Royal Rumble and kept Cody a secret?
Yeah.
You think that would be a better play on their part?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a.
The Royal Rumble is always a different thing. Justin, if you've never watched the Royal Rumble, check it out. It's actually a pretty cool event. 30 superstars, 2 start. A new one comes in every minute, and it's over the top.
Yeah,
rope.
I saw one.
Yeah,
I saw one when when we were in like high school-ish, friends I hung out with watched it, so I kind of had to watch it.
And the thing is with the Royal Rumble, it kicks off the road to WrestleMania. I mean, and that's where the storylines come into play. I mean, you usually see somebody that throws somebody out of the ring. That's who their opponent's going to be at WrestleMania. I mean,
now
Andy,
once they go out of the ring, they lose, right?
Yep, over the top rope.
Okay, what so you're saying the Paul brothers are there?
They'll more than likely be there.
See, that's
I think
just
Logan
like
will be in the Royal Rumble, and I think Jake helps him a little bit, but that's just my opinion. I don't think they're both in it, but you never know.
Yeah, I would have less interest knowing that that's a vehicle that they're in. I want to.
Now, if they're number 30, say Logan Paul's number 30, I think people riot, kind of like what they did in Philly that year, that Roman won. But that's just my opinion right there. I think something's big's coming between 28 to 30. I just don't know what it is. I mean, me personally, I hope it's Randy. Have one final run maybe. But I mean, the only other one I could really think that would be big right now would be Edge. But we all have different feelings on where he's going, where his path's going. We've all talked about him possibly being Uncle Howdy.
I think
Stuff like that. So I mean,
that's a
there
big
might be
spot.
different things with that. What's that?
That's a big spot. Like you're saying, number 30 is a big spot.
Number 30 is the last entrant
person to come in.
Be the most energized person to be in there, I guess. But I think there's a stat out there. I think number 28 has produced the most winners. I think is what they've said in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andy, but that's what I remember hearing.
Yeah, there's some number out there. It's something like that. I don't remember. But there's also been a bunch of people that have won from 3.
And only like a few that have won from 1. I mean, it's a long match. I mean, it is. It's fun to watch, and now they have 2 of them now. I mean, the women do one now too. I mean, you never know who's going to show up for the women. I mean, that's a whole nother can of worms to open there. But
yeah, last year was Mickie James.
Yeah, she's on her farewell tour, so that I see her. She was there last year as wasn't she a champion that showed up there from the TNA?
Yeah, may have been TNA champ. She
was a champion of some sort.
She just won another belt. She just won another title.
Yeah, was that last weekend, the week before?
2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So. No, like I said, the women's a whole different thing with 30 women coming in there. I mean, you see a lot of the veterans, the older divas per se. Not really, they weren't superstars back then. You got Lita and Trish and all them coming back, and more than likely, you just never know. Kelly, Michelle McCool. You just never know who's going to show up there for the women. The Royal Rumble's going to be awesome. But
yeah. Well,
did they have that guy show up to announce it? Let's get ready to Royal Rumble. Do they have that guy show up for that?
No.
I thought you were going to say the guy with the Gunther was coming back.
Yeah.
The only one that's allowed to say let's get ready to Rumble.
Yeah, it's like trademarked. Bruce Buffer. I think he was there a few times to do it.
Conclusion to the email, and it says topic for another time, but I actually want to. I'm going to touch on it today. It says NFL is rigged. This is the conclusion of that email. So I would have been 100% on with that statement. In fact, we've talked about that before a little bit.
Yep.
If yesterday's Bills game would have ended with the Bills kicking a 3-point field goal to win by 3 with 3 seconds left in the game. Buffalo Bills laid a freaking egg yesterday.
They did.
with DeMar being at the game. So that
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that game. What tell me about that game. Who'd they play? What happened?
they played Cincinnati.
The
Bills
game
played
that never
Okay.
happened.
Yeah, the game that ended, that never happened.
Okay.
When DeMar got hurt, had his cardiac arrest. That Monday night, they were playing each other. They played each other yesterday.
And Cincinnati
Interesting.
went
They
out-
ended up.
Cincinnati went out and destroyed them.
Yeah, it was like what was the final score?
27-10.
So, with it being a not close game in Buffalo, in the snow, you know, you had the whole setup, right? In Buffalo, in the snow.
In the snow. Yep.
DeMar is there. I can see the storybook is there. But they laid an egg. So that has me now questioning. So what happened? What happened, Dustin?
What do you mean? What happened? The Bengals kicked their butts.
Right. So they're rigged or not rigged.
Right. Or were they rigged in
Not
that way
rigged.
too? You just don't know. I mean, I think some games are. I've always been a fond believer that there are like 2 or 3 people on a team that understands the script. And, you know, like I look back at the Minneapolis Miracle when the Vikings beat the Saints in the playoffs 5 years ago. There's no way that should have happened the way it did when they scored that touchdown. I mean, to me, there were a couple people that knew what was supposed to happen. I don't think it ended the way it was supposed to happen. I honestly don't. I honestly feel Diggs makes that catch, gets hit out of bounds, clock stops, and in all Viking fashion, the kicker misses the field goal. Game over. That's just how I felt about that. I mean, I love the Minneapolis Miracle, but with the way that went, you know, it almost feels like there's, you know, maybe there's a couple people, and maybe Case and Diggs weren't one of them people that knew how it was supposed to end, and, you know, whatever happened, happened. I don't know. I've always been that fond believer that if it is rigged, there's always the couple people that know what's supposed to happen, and, you know, it just plays out. But sometimes you can't control what another person does.
The way the game played out yesterday, like,
well, there were a couple calls that went in the Bills' favor. Like, I honestly felt like the fumble that Josh Allen had, I still feel was a fumble. I don't think it was an incomplete pass. So to me, that was their way of saying, hey, here's your another chance. And then they failed that.
So was it rigged, but Buffalo just couldn't perform yesterday?
Possibility there. I mean, it always is. I mean, something happens.
I mean, this happens in things that are scripted.
It's
I've been
So
unable
if you
to perform.
have a live play and something goes wrong, right? There's somebody can always improvise and pull
something happens
together to continue like nothing happened. So if maybe Buffalo just couldn't perform yesterday, then the NFL has to, kind of rewrite the script going forward.
To me, the storybook was there for it too, for the Bills to win. Like how you were saying, 3 seconds left, kick a field goal, win by 3, all that, the 3 stuff. And maybe it sets a precedent, because if the Bills win that game, that AFC title game is played in Atlanta. Maybe travel neutral site for your championship games and have fun with it. Maybe that could have showed something. Maybe they did not want to open that can of worms with fans, and maybe they rigged it to where the Bengals were winning. You don't know. I mean, I always thought it'd be cool to see a title game played on a neutral field. I always have. I always thought to me, any title game like that should be played on a neutral field, court, stadium, whatever. travel it. You can announce like, hey, Indy's hosting the AFC title game, and make it to where a home team can't play in their stadium. You're gonna fill those stadiums regardless.
Right.
I mean, I was kind of hoping that they would announce that if instead of Atlanta, they tried Indy. Indy had a conflict, scheduling conflict. I was really hoping they announced that game for US Bank Stadium here in Minnesota. I more than likely would be driving. If that would have happened, I more than likely would have got tickets and been going to that game this weekend to see the Bills versus Chiefs, and on a neutral field. It'd have been cool to see be the first one in a long time, not probably in history, but I don't know. Maybe they were blocking that from happening, and you don't know.
So Justin, with your Eagles being in the playoffs and playing well, is what is your thoughts on, and now that you've become a football fan and watched a lot more football this year, what are your thoughts on the possibility that the NFL is rigged?
I don't know. There's guys with their egos and stuff. I don't think they'd stand for it. I just don't. I think it's a very ego-driven sport, and I think if you're going to tell one of those gridiron dudes that no, it's rigged, you got to lay down, they'd be like, no.
They're getting paid a lot of money to do it. What if you get a bonus if something happens?
Yeah,
it would be really hard to keep it. It'd be really hard to keep it quiet,
right? Because my feeling is
one of their bitches would say something.
If it's rigged, it's not rigged just for the NFL's benefit. It's rigged for Vegas's benefit.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the aim there. That would be what it'd be for, I think.
So let me throw this at you.
Occam's.
So the Eagles are playing the 49ers this week in the NFC Championship. Jalen Hurts throws 4 picks and the Eagles lose the game. Do you feel that Jalen could do that, or is that something you think could be rigged? That something happened?
I don't know. I mean, what's the defense like on the other team, and like how have they fared?
They're pretty good.
Before?
They're pretty good defense.
Okay.
They got a pretty good offense too. But
I mean, it's any given Sunday. I mean, I've heard that more.
Or Jalen doesn't run the ball at all. I mean, that's what he's been known for all year, is running the ball. What if all of a sudden he just doesn't run the ball at all? He gets 5 rushes for 20 yards when he's been going off for 20 rushes for 100 yards a game lately.
I want to believe that. I want to believe the cash isn't king for, like, I don't want everybody to fucking lay down because the price is right. That'd be a really sad world. So I don't want to believe that all these weird people
professional sports.
I know. I'm sure it has, but
all you gotta do is watch.
Maybe
all
under
you gotta
threat.
Do is watch the movie. Watch the movie 8 Men Out.
Yeah. Well, then you got that time that it was rigged by the mob, the basketball stuff. I mean,
but
all kinds of stuff. But I don't want to think. What was that anyway?
That was the Chicago. They called them Chicago Black Sox, because they rigged the World Series.
Yep.
And
what were they called? The Red Sox?
They were the White Sox, Chicago.
Oh, White Sox. Okay.
But
See, I don't know
them
baseball.
Black Sox because of that, and then Shoeless Joe Jackson, who could have been one of the best baseball players of all time, was banned from baseball for being a part of that team, and it was probably one of the only players on the field that did their best and didn't rig games.
Yeah. What year was that? Ish.
Years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good movie. I mean, the movie goes into the court proceedings and all that happened.
Now, the 8 Men Out, what's that a reference to? Is that how many people got, whatever?
Yeah. Well, there were 9, but then Shoeless Joe Jackson really shouldn't have been, so 8 Men Out. But it was in 1919 World Series against the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, okay. So, Shoeless Joe is the same character from that Field of Dreams movie, right?
Same guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Different actor. Same guy.
Ray Liotta.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't believe Ray Liotta died. How about that?
Did I see that? I don't remember. I don't remember.
You don't remember
anyway,
Ray Liotta dying?
No. There's been a couple people that have died here recently. Lisa Marie Presley.
Oh.
Died.
Yeah.
Well,
when you got ties to Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley, you kind of like, I don't know, what's the luck there? You know, it's like Kennedy luck.
Dustin, pick a number.
Does this mean I'm going to be drinking?
6. It has to be from between 7 and 34.
23.
Oh, we're doing the book.
I was gonna ask you what's my range. You don't want to read page 6?
No.
Nothing on it.
So
like
we're
copyright.
We're gonna read page 23 from Eric Draven's book, which is it's been written about him. Why are my nuts in the toilet water? Page 23. Again,
Why is there a guy with a
hear
stick in the ring with me?
We're going to end up reading this whole book, but we're just not going to read it in order. You just email us, give us a page number.
We might have to have a recap every week of what numbers have been picked for people.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. But
we'll have to get that going.
23 is a short page. So, again,
Perfect. Eric
Draven, the book written about Eric Draven, Why Are My Nuts in the Toilet Water? My doctor says it's my slower metabolism. If my metabolism is slower, then why is my heart rate faster?
Well, that's a perfect page right there.
Page 23.
23 is a stout one right there.
No. So, but somebody, you brought up drinking. That is something we have to do this week. We need to spin I guess it's the Wheel of Death, right?
The Wheel of Death.
The Back Talk Wheel of Death with all of our names on it. And then another wheel with numbers 1 through 5. And whoever's name comes up has to drink that many shots next episode. Last person to have to drink was Justin, who did it last week.
And you're never off the wheel.
Now this week is.
Speaking of which,
never off the wheel.
Speaking of which, go ahead and spin that because I'm going to go grab a drink now that they're cold because I put them in before the podcast. They didn't get cold.
Well, go ahead and get your.
What do you want to spin first?
We want you to be here and be present for the spinning of the.
Yeah.
Names. So,
we need all hands on deck for this.
Yeah.
I am going to take a leak too, so find something
you
to
got
talk
time.
about.
So,
We'll find something to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. Or we'll just cut it.
We'll find something to talk about while you're taking your bathroom break there, Justin.
So I got a message from our old friend Minnie Mouse, right? We have
Minnie
Mouse
Mouse
King, and then we have Minnie Mouse, who we don't say his name anymore because he doesn't email us. But
he's getting really small to us.
We talked about last week kicking Tony off the island.
Yeah, we did. We did talk about that.
He's, for whatever reason, backing up Draven on this whole thing. And Minnie Mouse said that Tony should be booted off the island.
Kind of like how Minnie Mouse was booted off the island.
Yeah. Well, we gave him like 3 weeks to email,
so maybe we send Tony to Minnie Mouse Island.
Maybe. Isn't he like kind of there or like was there? I just hope
he was there.
Volcano. I just want him to fall in a volcano.
Well, he was everybody heard saw at the beginning. He's bragging that he's in 80-degree weather to us, and
yeah.
how much snow you got?
Just go fall in a volcano.
Go see how hot the volcano is, Tony.
Right. Like, I don't know. Remember, he's losing his nuts this week. So.
Hey, I'm glad we got to see his cock because we'll never see that again. She'll have that in her purse. So.
Yeah, she'll have the blue spotted bed cock.
The Peroni cock, yeah.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if people listening have not seen the video from last week that we put up on BACC Talk, on the BACC Talk page on Facebook, you've got to go watch it. It
was gold.
Justin did a great job putting it together, and it is just every time I watch it, I crack myself up watching it. So go
Check
watch
that out.
Go watch the videos on BACC Talk. Just search BACC Talk on Facebook. You find the page. Hit the like button, and all that. And that brings me to another thing. Like I've been watching our videos like skyrocketed in views. People, hit the freaking like button, would you? Maybe put a comment in. Like,
I want to read your comments, man.
Yeah. 400 of you reading or watching the freaking videos. Hit the goddamn like button. Facebook's all about algorithms and who's interacting with posts. Like,
hit the like button, leave us a comment, or leave us an email at backtalkus@gmail.com too. But you leave us that comment. You have a question for us, leave it in the comment. One of us will personally answer that question back to you, either then or on the podcast, so you get your name shouted out.
Right? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
we want to get to know our fans. We want to get to know our fans. We want to know who's watching, and maybe one day you could be one of them special guests on here in a good way, not like what Eric Draven's special guest would be. But we could have you on and have a nice little conversation with you, learn what you're into, and have some fun with you.
I'm just telling you, if he decides that he's like, okay, I'll go on there, like, he's gonna get a verbal ass kicking.
Like, Tony will be quiet, but he'll take his side.
Hey guys, I made a shirt. You want to see it?
Yeah,
made a shirt on your
cricket. You guys are gonna love it. Yeah, this is cricket. This is cricket corner with me and Andy.
Cricket corner.
Dustin, you should get a cricket. We got to get everybody on this podcast to get a cricket and start making shirts. This is. You guys are gonna be excited, okay? And after you guys will here's the shirt. Hope I'm not backwards. It says "Go Birds."
Go Birds.
That's a fucking eagle right there.
Looks like mountains.
Yeah.
Can you make me one just like that? But instead of go, it's die.
I'll make you one that says "No Birds." Hey, I'm open to it, man. It's not sacrilege to me to talk shit on like the local team. I don't really care.
I'm not against.
I want everybody to live
any
their best
teams.
life.
I mean,
we are going to have.
Super Bowl.
By the way, I don't know if people watching have been paying any attention to the stuff I've been wearing lately. Not today, I got my Vikings on, but like the shirt I wore to Supreme, the hoodie I wore to Supreme this past week to give Anthony his papers, said "Cooler with Shades" and had my avatar on it.
I liked it.
And then I had the nuts up after we kicked Draven in the nuts. All this stuff's going to end up in a shop. You guys can get it. So anybody who's looking for a shirt, let us know. We'll get it to you.
Y'all can design our own shirts.
And now is your chance to let us know that you want a shirt, one of them you've seen.
While you were gone.
For like nothing. Because once I have it on a shop, you're going to pay for it.
Right. While you were gone, Justin, we were kind of talking about Facebook and how they need to leave us a comment and stuff we can answer them back, and maybe they can end up being a surprise guest.
Hit the damn like button. Like, I'm telling you, Facebook is all about the algorithms on the likes and everything. So you got to hit like buttons, because then we grow BACC Talk. And then what happens when we grow BACC Talk? Places like Shady Rays come through.
Yep.
And what's that going to do for us? It's just going to make a better show.
Make a better show. Maybe we can get a pod shed.
Maybe we can.
A bigger pod shed.
I do have another potential sponsor. We're not going to talk about it today, but that is coming shortly too. Pretty cool.
Good to hear.
But that's all about you guys interacting with our stuff. So like it, share it, comment it, do that stuff. All right, are we ready to spin the wheel of death, Dustin? Dustin's in charge of the wheel of death.
Yeah, I got the wheel of death ready right here.
All right. So, Justin left again.
Winnie the Pooh's upside down.
I feel like Justin's trying to avoid the wheel of death here.
Yeah, Justin's avoiding the wheel of death.
He lost last time.
Now he's got himself muted.
Sorry, I got my mic off because I'm going to throw these fucking earbuds down the street when I'm done.
No, you can't hear us. All you can hear us now.
What?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna throw my fucking these things down the street.
Are you trying to avoid the wheel of death?
I think the universe is making me avoid it because these rechargeable earbuds, every fucking week I do this, these stop pairing. I don't know if they die.
You gotta charge them.
I do.
Looks
These
like
are
you got a
fucking
lot of
charged.
earbuds.
Yeah, I know. I have two, and they're both fucking me in the ass right now. Seriously.
You heard it here, people. You heard it here. Earbuds
Yeah.
are fucking Justin in the ass.
And if you're just listening, you're missing out. You could see me literally being fucked in the ass by earbuds.
Now
Two
it looks
versions
like
of earbuds.
And now it looks like he has strings coming out of his ears.
I know.
That
Now
would
I
be-
gotta look like.
All right, well, get on your Cricut and make a picture of you getting fucked in the ass by earbuds.
Yeah.
All right. I'm working on it.
All right.
If we get 100 likes, I'll mail this to somebody. All right.
Random.
You were just.
on this.
You were just. No, you were just talking about liking the shit. We're getting the views, but nobody's like viewing and then going, "I was here." You know, here's a comment or here's a like. That's what we want. So, I don't know. I hate that we're asking for likes and shit, but that's the world we live
if
in.
you like it, what you're saying, we'll do a wheel of death for the Die Bird shirt.
Shut up.
Yeah.
It's starting to bother me now. Somebody that appreciates the Eagles or even wants to wear it ironically in a city or state where it's famous to hate Philadelphia, I don't care. I'll put it in the hands of anybody.
And how long is this light? Because we'll have some more videos and stuff up too. So how long will this like contest go on?
I'll decide in 2 weeks. We'll somehow figure out who gets this.
Well,
I wore it.
We
I
know
wore
who
it twice.
likes it. We know who is hitting the like button, so I can look at that all the time. So their name can go on the wheel of death.
Yeah, we'll have to make a big wheel of death.
We'll make 100 names, and somebody will get this shirt.
A wheel of birds. We'll make a wheel of birds.
You know what? We'll pare it down. If you like it, leave a comment saying interested in the shirt or fuck your shirt in the ass.
But they
Somehow
gotta like it. But they gotta like it.
Somehow
To
we
be
have to
entered in the
know.
drawing.
You can hate this shirt and still get it. Okay, at least we have a comment about the fucking shirt. Like I said.
I think this the shirt's cool. I just might need a skull one with a Viking head in purple.
Yeah, if you want me to make you a Viking shirt, dude, I'll work on something for you. That'd be my honor.
There you go. There's your goal. There's your project for the next. We got a few months.
As you can tell, Justin is all about the cricket now. Have you?
Yeah, he loves his cricket.
You guys want to see my vinyl collection?
You talking records now?
No,
Oh.
I'm not.
I think we need to spin this wheel of death. He's
Yeah, let's
totally
do it.
Hold
avoiding
on.
this wheel
I
of death.
got a question about this cricket with Justin. I see you're doing. You're cutting a lot of colored vinyl. You haven't gotten into print and cut yet.
No, we're gonna have to do a powwow or something. You know, you being the wizened one. I'm liking this idea though. I like the single color. You know, like I like artistically going in there and you know making it two colors and one of them's like the empty space. You know.
Yeah.
But like these little pieces you could see around the top of his head, like they don't all come off of the
No, they don't
of the
cut
thing.
well.
No. But I mean, I've been lucky so far. I mean,
And
you can
that's
still
where
mostly
you
tell
get-
what this is.
That's when you have too much fine detail, you need to get into print and cut.
I know, and I'm getting into less finer detail. At least I'm learning. So
Yeah, you slow down your cut then too if you're going finer.
I never go fast cut. I don't have a reason to. I'm never like, come on, I'm out the door. You know.
All right, Dustin. Spin the wheel of death. Spinning names.
Spin
first?
that beautiful-
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, let's spin
that beautiful bean wheel.
Will is spinning.
All right, as we can see.
Here we go. Who's drinking next week? Is the big question.
Justin, who's drinking?
Ha! Tony! Look at that. And we can all see that it's Tony.
Yeah.
We can all
Tony.
see that it's Tony.
Tony is now. Yep. It lands on Tony. Tony's drinking next week, so I guess we got to spin the other wheel of death. For how many shots? It's anywhere from 1 to 5 shots. We're gonna have another Drunk Tony episode. This is great.
We love drunk Tony.
Unless it's like 1 or 2. Although I was drunk off 2. All right, spinning.
All right,
We can all see it
spinning
spinning. This is totally legit. Here we go.
Andy, how many shots is Tony taking?
Well, he didn't get the max.
That's a positive.
He didn't get
Right.
the max, but Tony's got 4 shots next week. Oh,
It's
boy.
close to
Look at-
max.
Yeah.
You know, he's coming back from his wedding. He's not even here. I mean, do we double that? You know, as a wedding gift?
Ooh. Ooh.
You know, he missed this episode, came in and chimed in, gave us crap. He's in 80-degree weather.
Yeah, I don't
know. Maybe we leave it at 4. You know, 3 kind of hurt him last time.
Yeah.
Kind of broke him. Although last time he was only going to do 2 on one show, and then you talked him into doing the other 2. So I think he realized that was a lot better. So he already did 4 once, so I think he could do it again.
So he's doing 4 again next week. So Tony, when you listen to this show,
You're going to learn
watch
really
it,
quick.
and watch it, you can obviously see that the wheel of death was spinning, and it landed on 4. So there you go.
And your name.
Yeah. So, and we had all of our names on there. This wasn't a rigged thing. There was a wheel with all of our names. All the same amount of times was on there.
Not like what we did with the bean wheel when we first started the Wheel of Death.
No,
The wheel of
I don't think we ever told Justin that.
What's that?
Oh, we never let that cat out of the bag?
No,
Oh, I don't care. I don't care
Well,
about
when
the
we-
beans.
When we
Well, you
spun the
remember when we
beans-
had that big wheel?
Mm-hmm.
Your name was on there like 90 times. Ours was only on there once.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Of course. I always wonder
we never let that out to Justin. That was kind of a
Yeah.
It was kind of a me and Andy and Tony thing. Justin had to leave early or something one day.
Yeah. This is
Like
where I'm
next
supposed to say you
episode,
guys
we're
are
gonna do this.
This is where I'm supposed to say you guys are dicks, but I would do the same thing.
We
to
don't
you.
we don't do that very often. See, when you
No.
control the wheel of death, you get all control in the world.
Right. Except we did it legit this week with Tony.
Yep.
Right. Look, we all saw, legitimately did it this week. We all 3 of us can attest to it, and everybody who's watching this episode.
You can even comment. Even put in the comments when you're watching the episode.
Congrats,
Yes,
Tony.
Tony. Sorry that we watched your name come up. Everybody's name was on there one time.
It was a legit wheel.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Legit wheel of death.
That's actually what we're going to call the wheel now. Legit wheel.
legit wheel.
Because that wheel spinner was so
Question is,
legit.
when we started up next wheel, do we add what shot they have to take?
Like what kind of liquor?
Yeah, like what kind of liquor?
I don't know. I don't know if I like that as much. Like, you know, everybody knows
Like
what
we each
you got.
choose our
Vodkas,
favorite
rums,
liquors.
and whiskeys. Really, like vodkas, rums, and whiskeys. Like, it's pretty much everybody's go-to.
Tequilas?
tequila, but like somebody.
Each one of us could pick one and put it on the wheel.
Oh, we can do that. I'm down for that.
I have no problem with prep work if you guys specifically want it, but I have, like, what I have here is usually what I go to drink.
Yeah, we're fine. I don't think we need to add that. It would be fun. Maybe we can do that for the Christmas episode this year.
Yeah,
I have like a. I'll also shotgun a Corona or something if I don't have it. If that's a shot, you know, I'll use that as well because that'll fuck me up too.
Well, he's even doing a Corona heavy, not the light.
Yeah, look, extra. I mean, should be 2 shots if I shotgun this. Why is it upside down?
It's upside down to you. It's straight up to us.
No. I just realized that about this font. It looked upside down, although it's not. It is backwards, of course, but. You know those things like where you submit something, you could submit text and it somehow does it upside down the same way. That was like a fad for a while. Yeah, that's what I was reminded of.
Not a good deal. Well,
sorry, Andy. I'm still thinking about this. I'm still thinking of this Eric Draven bullshit, man. Like,
wow,
you know, like you got to still be like reacting to that. I mean, it just happened, like for me, and I'm like, I don't have a response yet. Like that's just so. I don't know. Not to harp on it, you know, but I know we've moved on.
You're playing that little violin right now.
Listen, so I guess, dogged his wrestling because he was kicking dudes in the nuts. Then he decided to challenge me to kick him in the nuts, and he poked me in the head, so I kicked him in the nuts. So
dude,
now
all you did.
So now he's trying to destroy us.
Well, all you did was basically say, I mean, is that your spiel? You just kick people in the nuts? Because that's what it felt like I was watching. And like you both been saying, he's a 30-year veteran. You know, it's like you can't like compartmentalize that.
You know, any wrestling fan out there, though, I mean, he did say he wrestled in 48 states. If anybody else has seen him, how many times have you seen him kicking people in the nuts?
Right. Yeah, you want this fucking T-shirt. Talk about, you know, leave a comment, leave a like, and talk about, yeah, I've seen Eric Draven wrestle in Utah, and he was kicking nuts. I'm sure that'll be the answer. All Andy did was illuminate it, because that's what we do on this podcast.
Yeah.
We don't mince words, and we illuminate shit.
Draw you a picture.
You know, I think, you know, we do a good job of bringing light to those who deserve it and throwing a little shade on people that deserve a little shade thrown too. And so like I want to
because you're Andy Shades.
But I want to say, like, this is not a knock. None of this is a knock on Supreme Wrestling.
Right.
The other wrestlers that are on the card weekly, including some of the ones that they bring in from time to time. In fact, in a week, Rhino. Everybody knows who Rhino is from WWE, ECW.
Sure.
Will be wrestling with Supreme Wrestling. So this is not to knock them.
Definitely
any of the wrestlers on Supreme. They go out there every week, put the best show on they can put on.
Yep.
And I encourage anybody to go to their YouTube page, the Supreme Wrestling on YouTube. Go to their Facebook page, which I tag a lot. It's Supreme Wrestling Events on Facebook. Watch the videos of some of these young wrestlers out there that you know, really put a show on and have a lot of talent. And by saying that, it's impossible to mention everybody I've seen wrestle. But two that stick out in my head are Caden Brooks. Okay, and there's a video out there on Supreme Wrestling Events on Facebook of Caden Brooks. And Tanner Saturn. watch anything you can with these two, because these, and I'm going to call them kids because they're a lot younger than I am. But these kids are phenomenal. Tanner was supposed to wrestle Jack Vaughn this past week. Something happened to Tanner, I'm assuming, and the card was changed. Jack Vaughn wrestled Cash Jackson. It was a match that if what went down at Supreme didn't happen, I would have gladly stayed and watched what Tanner could do with Jack Vaughn. Jack Vaughn being a veteran of pro wrestling, which, by the way, go to Jack Vaughn's page on Facebook too. Follow that. He puts out the best reels on, pro wrestling versus indie wrestling and all that. So go to Jack Vaughn on Facebook too and follow him. Leave a comment on one of his videos. Back Talk sent me, whatever. And tag us in the comment if you want. But those are the two in Supreme Wrestling, and there's many others, and I will do my best if we go see any more Supreme shows or talk about Supreme going forward, to mention some of the others as well. But Caden Brooks and Tanner Saturn. There's also one other wrestler, and Eric Draven's scared to wrestle him because I'm sure he's afraid to lose his belt. Eric Draven has the Supreme Championship belt. Says he'll defend it against anybody except for Charlie Key. And that's because he'll get his ass kicked by Charlie Key if he wrestles him again.
That's the question I have for you. Does Eric ever defend his belt?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But not against people that... Well, I
Deserve
guess
it.
I think they're all deserving. Everybody is deserving, but I think he tries to play it safe. And try to wrestle matches he thinks he can win, but he won't wrestle Charlie Key because I think he knows what'll happen next time he wrestles Charlie Key. In fact, he's got a video up. Eric Draven has a video up that says that, and this is on Supreme Wrestling Events on Facebook, that his video, he's got a shirt on that says, "Will defend the championship against anyone," and it's got a picture of the championship belt, and on the back it says, "Except for Charlie Key." So Charlie Key, Caden Brooks, Tanner Saturn, check them all out. Watch, consume, if you're a wrestling fan, consume any of those.
Maybe we can get Charlie Key on with us.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the key right there.
Obviously he might be against the Draven of Draves, the Crow. I mean, the
enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Maybe we can pull for him to get a title shot and get him that title shot that he deserves.
That is possible. That is possible. I don't know what my standing with the people of Supreme Wrestling is right now after serving them a intent to sue.
Oh, right. But maybe we got to pull Charlie on this show. Right? Charlie Key, right? Is that what you said his name was?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no. Listen, you served the, what's it called? You served the establishment that's supposed to wrangle their workers, and it still just means that Eric Draven did something, not you were just talking up Supreme wrestling. So
yeah, I mean,
get with this. We got to get with this guy, this Charlie Key.
So maybe we can get him on here to have him speak what he that he deserves the belt, a chance at the belt, and why why is he scared?
I have seen. Well, okay, so here's why Eric Draven's scared of him. I have seen Charlie Key wrestle Eric Draven, and Charlie's been very close.
What, did Draven kick him in the nuts and run away?
And I just think Draven is to the point where he's he knows that Charlie Key's got his number now. And
he knows what it takes to take the belt from him.
Yeah.
Take the strap.
It's the same thing. Like he'll do a lot of talking to me, in his wrestling establishment or in the wrestling ring when he's surrounded by his wrestlers. Does he want to do talking here?
Right.
Yeah, did you guys watch Game of Thrones?
Nope.
Well, for the people out there that watch and have watched it, all I gotta say is
like, you guys are losers.
well, people that are watching it, no, you're not, because the joke was on us when that series ended. That was a horrible ending. But anyway, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Trial by
that ended
combat,
horribly.
Andy. Trial by combat, Andy. Ask Draven if he wants a trial by combat, and you pick your fucking. He could be his own warrior, but you pick your warrior, and guess who your warrior is?
Charlie Key.
Exactly. That's a.
I don't know. I got some other people too that are
Or something of the
mine
like. Exactly. Yeah.
that want to get their hands on Draven based on what has happened. One of them is a good friend of mine, which you can visit his business at Dreadworks. The Blue Beetle wouldn't mind whooping his ass. Just kind of reached out, said he'd whoop his ass. Johnny Justice said he'd whoop his ass.
Blue Beetle. Who's that? That was George. He was kind of the most sad one, wasn't he?
Blue Beetle.
Just made a Beatles joke.
Oh.
I'm the Blue Beetle.
Oh, come on.
I'm so sorry, Blue Beetle.
But I meant to say that earlier, and I wanted to make sure that I said that all this stuff going down between the podcast, Supreme Wrestling, Anthony Bettoncourt, Eric Draven has nothing to do, and not a knock on any of those wrestlers at Supreme Wrestling who week in and week out put on a phenomenal show and have some very, very talented wrestlers. So,
Like we were saying at the end of the year, Andy, you were challenging everybody to go out and see a local live event and like something like that. If you can't go see Supreme in live, go support your local live events though too. I mean,
yeah, but
they put on good shows. They're there for you. They're there for the entertainment. They're not there for the money. They're out there being athletes. No matter what sport you're going to, hockey, basketball, wrestling, any local sport, go do it. Go support them. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not in the Madison, Indiana area,
you can support Supreme regardless of where you live by going to their YouTube page, going and following their Facebook page, and liking and commenting on their stuff too, and just say, "Hey, Back Talk sent me here." Like, again, this is not a knock on them. This is strictly between me, Anthony Bettoncourt, the owner, and Eric Draven.
not against any of their wrestlers.
No.
Superstars, not wrestlers. Superstars.
My son loves Gaston LaRue. Great wrestler too. So, you can support them and check them out, and you can follow a lot of the stuff that happens on a weekly basis just by going to YouTube and their Facebook.
Because they are a weekly kind of episode group, right?
Yep.
They have a weekly show, and that's mainly in Madison, correct?
Yep. Yeah,
Then they do their spin-offs somewhere else.
Every week in Madison, and once or twice a month in Seymour. And then they also do some charity events that they put on, which is not at their normal location. in a couple of weeks when Rhino's coming in. It's a charity event for, I believe, the Cancer Association or something.
Cool. So they're a good group of guys.
Yeah. Yeah, except for they got a bad egg.
Yeah. One big one.
Yeah. Yeah, bad.
Gonna give birth to a crow soon.
Egg.
Yeah. Kind of the crow Undertaker, dude.
Oh my God, instead of the gobbledygooker, a crow comes out.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know,
Right.
That's where Draven was made. The gobbledygooker. He came out of the egg.
That's
and
exactly it. We figured it out. Yes, that's exactly it. We just figured.
We've been
it out.
trying to figure this out for weeks. There it is. Finally came up with what's actually going on here.
So Draven is the gobbledygooker.
Yes, we finally figured it out.
Okay. Well,
Sorry it took this long.
It's a good point to end this show.
And also, they still never figured out Jack the Ripper. So keep that in mind.
So anyway, yeah, I think we had a good show tonight. A lot to talk about. Read from the book. Support
Listen,
local
that
wrestling,
Shady Race
support-
thing, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
Shady Race
that was
thing,
great
that's
to
what I'm
hear.
saying. I think that perked you up. I mean, that was like,
Yeah, after you read that email, Andy, it was like the power kind of came back to you, like like the life breathed back into you there. It was kind of cool, that last half of the show was awesome with you. The first
like
half
all of a
was like,
sudden, yeah,
I'm not mad
and all
anymore.
of a sudden, here comes the shocker, and Andy
Shock
just
it
perked right up.
But you could say the Shock Master too, which was like the worst ever thing to happen in pro wrestling. But
Shockmaster, huh? Is that like the
Shock
Thigh Master?
God,
No.
this dude was supposed to go through a wall, like break through a wall. He broke through it, fell down. He had a helmet on that was covering his face. It came off. Like, oh God, it's terrible.
Hold on, I'm looking it up now.
He's looking up the Shockmaster.
No. Last thing, I guess one of the last things we'll do in the show is I'll react to it. The unforgettable debut of the Shockmaster. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Fuck you, ad. Of course. Remember? Does anybody remember YouTube before the ads?
Not really.
That's where people make their money, is by ads.
First of all, we got Ric Flair. I see Ric Flair with a bunch of wrestlers. Am I in the right thing where it looks like he's in like a boardroom? Am I wrong?
Maybe.
I don't remember all
Flair,
of
he's
it. I just
arguing.
remember the actions.
Yeah.
All right, people are yelling at each other.
Yeah.
It's like a stormtrooper mask.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Did you see him come through the wall?
Oh, hold on. He's through the wall because he's revealed now. Hold on. Up. Oh my God. Oh my God! His stormtrooper mask falls off, and they're going with it.
so you've seen that now. What was better, the gobbledygooker or the Shockmaster?
I think they're fucking cursed. I think they're fucking cursed. They cannot pull this shit off.
But see, that wasn't WWE. That was
Nope.
WCW.
Yep.
It's saying WWE on the YouTube.
That's because they
Dude,
own it now.
Yeah,
The
because they own it
fucking
now.
best part. All right, so yeah, the fucking best part is all right. So first of all, the reveal. I scrubbed too far into the thing. He was already through the wall. But you see this bedazzled stormtrooper mask. First of all, like how the fuck they get away with that? And then when I rewound back and saw the reveal, dude, he comes through the wall. The bottom half of the wall doesn't break, so he falls over it.
If you haven't seen this, go react to it, even though Justin just gave you the play-by-play. But it is a good video.
No. And then the mask comes off, and he's got to quickly put it back on. Oh man, thank you for this, guys. Thank you. Fucking WWE. So all right.
End of the night.
Sorry, I was paying attention to the video. You guys said it wasn't WWE. What was it?
WCW.
But it's on the WWE YouTube page.
Because
WWE owns it now.
WWE now
Okay.
owns, or they bought WCW. So they own
Like back
it.
when WCW, ECW, back then WWE was actually WWF.
Yeah.
Why would WWE want to show like the want to show that
because they own
even
it.
though it took place.
Now
like,
they own it.
why would you want to show
knows it
that though?
happened.
That's fucking embarrassing.
Everybody knows it happened.
You know, I mean, this is topic for another episode, but growing up in the Monday Night Wars was amazing.
Yeah.
As a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Like,
so you guys remember watching the Shockmaster happening?
Dude, honestly, I was more of a WWF fan.
Yeah.
So you saw this kind of after the fact, like as adults?
Yeah.
Well, back then you didn't have YouTube and these, videos came out. You know, we learned a lot about that later. You know, I mean, literally, like.
But you remember, it was more of a big deal to see you saw the gobbledygooker happening then.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that was their gobbledygooker. Okay. Yeah. But I mean, back when the Monday Night Wars were happening, the shows were fighting back and forth. I mean, WCW Monday Night Nitro and WWE or WWF's Monday Night Raw, where they battled for the same time slot. I mean, people were flipping back and forth on cable, and it was nuts watching the different ratings. They announced it and all that, and then Shane McMahon ends up buying WCW and all that. Their big storyline invasions happened. It was a beautiful thing. If you ever have a chance, Justin, go back and check out and I'm pretty sure there's YouTube videos and stuff out there, just like highlights of the Monday Night Wars. It was amazing. That was an amazing time in wrestling. And that's how I feel like AEW and WWE can get to. But it's not quite there. It's not what it's there for yet. But I think it can get there. But yeah, seriously, go back and check out Monday Night Wars. It's amazing.
So
I'm just thinking of the Shockmaster.
There you have it. Justin has now been opened up to
shocked.
To the Shockmaster.
I've been apprised of the Shockmaster.
He's been literally shocked. Great.
And Andy got a Shockmaster of his own from Shady Rays earlier, so he put some pip in his step.
Yeah. We're gonna reach out to them, see if we can't get maybe some discount codes for everybody that listens and watches. That'd be awesome.
Be awesome.
All right. I guess it's time to wrap this thing up. We'll start with Dustin. What you got, buddy?
Oh, great show, everybody. Andy, I'm so glad I could hear your voice. You're not as pumped as what you used to be the first half, but you got pumped up after the Shady Rays email. Glad to see the bruises kind of going away. You're looking a lot better than what you did last week. I mean, you looked like crap last week, don't get me wrong. But Justin, you're just the thing out there, wearing your shirts. And you didn't make that thing shirt, did you? Maybe a lot of work.
I bought that, but I'm proud of it. I do like.
But Justin's got his Die Bird shirt. Yeah, you guys can do. He'll
Go Birds. You're reading it wrong. It says Go Birds.
Anyway.
Why is your lettering cut so it's like so jaggedy?
Oh, that's the font I picked. Isn't that badass for how the fucking team is right now?
No, it actually looks like your
birds are dying.
Your cutter was off or something.
Yeah.
No, that's diffused. I think it's called. You can go on the font and find that. That actually came out pretty good. Yeah, I'm proud of that.
I still want a Viking shirt,
it.
Justin. I still want a Viking shirt, Justin.
Yeah.
We'll figure
With
something out.
all its imperfections, it's going to be homemade from me. All right, that's the whole point.
Homemade by Justin. That's perfect. That's like my homemade video I sent to you for Christmas.
There you go. See, I'll be forever paying you back. That's fucking hilarious.
But anyway,
cameo.
We plug. Go visit. Go watch.
Do you have the piano today?
No, but I have the guitar. That's going to be in my closing.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm not trying to outshine Dustin here.
We plug going to see some live events. Check out Supreme Wrestling. Check out any of our live events around your area that you can go check out. Minor league stuff. Little guys. Go and support them. They're out there to entertain you. I try to do it as much as I possibly can. But other than that, have a great week, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show. We missed Tony, even though it's no different because he's not talking. So it's not like it's any different. We don't need somebody sticking up for Eric Draven. But we'll see what happens, I guess, in the next few weeks if Draven tries to take us out, to come and have fun in our neck of the woods. But with that, everybody have a good week. Andy, get them shades. We need you back to full power.
Yes, sir. Justin, what do you got?
Great job. Great closing. All I want to add is that go see Draven get his ass kicked wherever that's happening as soon as possible. Let's get something in the pipeline, guys, for getting a trial by combat. Warrior. Get a warrior on your side. Like you said, you're not going to get in. You got no qualms with like these wrestlers and what they do for a living. You think it's badass and shit, and they're good at what they do. So therefore, you're a hockey player. You're not going to get in the ring with a wrestler. You never said you were going to. You just had. You were just bitching, rightfully so, about like too many nut kicks, and now we're here. And you went and served somebody. Yeah, you went and served somebody for that, and then you got further bullied, and I still got this fight or flight feeling for you. So I don't know what I would have done, but nuts up to you. I'm gonna crack open this fresh beer and probably drink most of it by myself now that the podcast is ending for tonight. But
Probably cracks open his first beer during that podcast.
Well, yeah, technically you're right because this was fucking Mike's hard. So,
Drinking the girly drinks over there.
Well, now you said you had the guitar.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go next too.
I want to make sure you guys hear this. Can you hear this good without it cutting off and being all weird?
It's not bad.
Can you hear it? What if I hold it closer? You see my ring light? Isn't that cool?
It cuts out just a little.
You'll be all right.
Anyway, well, I'll make it short. Porno, cameo, porno, cameo. I got a cameo, porno from Dustin on the podcast. Porno, cameo. See, that's like Gloria.
Perfect.
Was most of that lost to like weird Discord fuckery?
No, but I can see your ring light in your guitar.
You like it? Yo, I saw you.
Like the ring of death
Bring
right
the guitar down lower, away from the mic.
Ooh, I just moved everything.
Well, now he's not playing a guitar. He's playing a different instrument.
I'm playing a sitar. Now I'm playing with my dick. You can't tell. My dick's down here.
Here's your cock at. Turn your cock light on.
I was gonna blow it out. You guys ready? But we're.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh yeah, now we got it. So what I did was I learned Gloria because we all thought of Gloria. We all talked about how Gloria is where we got porno cameo from, and Miss Laura Branigan and the song Gloria is what I learned on the guitar. So I'm not shying away from the fact that porno cameo is a blatant ripoff of Gloria by Laura Branigan.
But you have not learned next episode on the guitar yet.
Alright, well next episode is let's pull up Andy's lyrics. Guys at home, you could play this riff over any rap. Go ahead and start rapping. Blaze it up, blaze it up. How's it start?
It's the BACC back talk. Da 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 da.
Oh yeah, da 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 da. It's a motherfucking BACC back talk. Come on, you wrote like a whole bunch of lyrics.
I don't have them handy.
Profiling. See, anything works. Like you could do that shitty song that I just did. That was at the top of the charts for a while. But anyway, yeah. Snoop Dogg.
So we need you to record that for us with the lyrics.
With
the guitar.
No, what I think I'm gonna do is I'll do karaoke, but we won't do the whole song. We'll do like maybe 30 seconds. Because you got some good lyrics in there, so we want to show them off. But after a while, that kind of idea grows. They don't want like a 4-minute cover of da 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 da. You want the whole song, is what you're saying. Wow. I think you just need like to kind of. I think you need just a little flourish of like this. All right, fine. I'll do the whole fucking song.
Yeah. Thank you.
What are you thinking? You're like thinking of something to do with this. I'm excited.
Anyway.
Yeah, we'll do karaoke style.
What else you got, Justin? Is that it?
I think I took up enough time.
Well, thanks everybody. We got some exciting news from Shady Rays, which was really cool. I wasn't expecting that. That was actually not planned. I opened up my email. There it was.
No.
So that was cool. Some exciting news from Shady Rays. We got some other exciting news coming on. Make sure you check out. Again, I don't want any of this Draven bullshit, because it's what it is. It's bullshit. To spill over and hurt any of the wrestlers of Supreme Wrestling, because they do a phenomenal job. So, make sure you check them out. Let them know Back Talk sent you over. You're supporting Andy Shades without his shades right now, but
No shades.
yeah. See, I'm even screwed up now. I can't even close. Anyway, good show. Can't wait to see what we got in store for next week. So tune in next week, and until then, everybody, nuts up.
Nuts up.
Or shut up.